The third and final thing that we talked about in this lesson was special solutions. So we're going to look at two special cases. In both of these, the same thing occurs, but we get two different answers, and I'll explain why we get two different answers in just a minute. But what's important is noticing what happens to our variable as we're solving this equation. So we're going to solve these just like we always have. So starting on 3a, again, I'm going to draw my line down the middle like always. And then you'll see we have a parentheses right here. So the first thing I'm going to do is distribute. So bring down the 7x because we're not using it. And then 5 times x would be 5x. 5 times negative 1 would be negative 5. On the other side, I have negative 5 plus 12x. Then I'm going to combine some like terms over here on the left. So I have a 7x and a 5x. Because they're both x's, I can just put those together. So 7 plus 5 gives me 12. So I get 12x minus 5 equals negative 5 plus 12x. Now some of you can already see what's about to happen right here. But if you can't, just keep solving. You have variables on both sides, so I need to get those together. So I'm going to subtract 12x over. And 12x minus 12x is just simply 0. And what you'll notice is, because we get 0 right here, our variables just got knocked out. You'll see we don't have a variable anymore. It crossed out over here on the right, it crossed out over here on the left. There's no variable anymore. So what you do is you take the two numbers that are left over, negative 5 equals negative 5, and ask yourself, is that true? Does negative 5 equal negative 5? Well, yeah, it does. And if that's true, your answer is all real numbers, or all reals as it's called sometimes. So you'll see this is our special case. When the variable gets knocked out, when the variable goes down to 0, the variable, you'll see, remember on that last problem, we had 0 for our numbers. We don't care about that. It's for the variable. If the variable goes to 0, you look at what's left over and see if it's equal. So if it's equal, it's all real numbers. Let's take a look at 3b. Again, draw my line down the equal to, and then I start distributing. 6 times y is 6y. 6 times negative 5 would be negative 30. Then 2 times 10 is 20, and then 2 times 3y would be 6y. So I don't have any like terms, so I just start solving it. So I subtract the 6y on the right over to the left, and then again, 6y minus 6y gives me 0. So my variable gets knocked out again. So I take what's left over, negative 30 equals 20. Is that true? Well, obviously not. So the answer is no solution. Because they're not equal, we call that no solution. So there's your two special cases. In both of these, the variable got knocked out. And in both of these, we took the numbers left over and see if they were equal. If they're equal, all real numbers. If they're not equal, no solution. So that's it for this lesson. If you have any questions, send me a message on Remind. If you need any help, let me know.